Today we'll find out why being a mixed martial artist and being part of the EDC community is close to being the same thing. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Quentin's in the Gunga. Today we are doing the Why So series, the next installment, which is Why So Specialized. In the series I do all kinds of questions, starting off with why so, specifically aimed at the EDC community. So questions that we get asked, questions that we should be asking each other, and maybe questions that we should be asking ourselves as well. So with this, I want to open up the dialogue between all parts of the EDC community, because we are fairly closed off, because we think what we believe is the right way, otherwise we won't believe it. And then that always feels like a personal attack, which it isn't, because it's such a personal choice. The choice being not what defines you, but what defines your current understanding and thought process. So before we get to this video, this is just a shout out to Urban Warrior. This shirt looks insane, even with the sleeves rolled up. I do like long sleeve shirts like this when it's a bit hot. And then also my concealment. Can you see anything? This is the Southwest Holsters Rattler. So between the holster and then the shirt, this tucks away so nicely. So let's get back to the video, which is why so specialized. So in this EDC community, or everyday carry community, especially with regards to self-defense, so being part of the EDC community, you are prepared for various scenarios. Otherwise you won't carry anything, because you won't be prepared for anything. So being part of the EDC community, especially self-defense again, you have certain ideas and certain thoughts. So within this community, we have various specialists. So just think about it. What's your speciality, especially with regards to self-defense? My speciality, I would say, is empty-handed skills. I'm a big believer in empty-handed skills. I'm a lifelong martial artist, so empty-handed skills, that's my main strong point, I would say. But also added on to that, I've done quite a bit of weapons training, and I'm quite proficient at knives as well. This being my carrying knife, the Fox Dart. This is what it looks like open. So knives as well, and then firearms as well. So I'm a dedicated sports shooter, active sports shooter and hunter, and I am quite proficient with my firearms. I've done tactical training, and then quite a bit of other training as well with firearms with various instructors. Currently studying under Raven Strategic Defense with Shoutout Skuman with firearms, weapons, and Krav Maga. So that's my current path. What's your speciality? So within this community, we have got various specialists. Specialists that think their certain field is the correct field that they've trained for. What I like about empty-handed skills is it translates to the other skill set as well. Because what happens if someone attacks you in the shower, you're naked, you don't have any weapons on you, you need to know how to fight with empty hands. So the same thing goes for the various other weapons as well. Now let's throw this back to mixed martial arts. Now, if you think about mixed martial arts, how it's developed over the past couple of years, let's say the last 15 to 20 years. So in the beginning, you had specialists that had an idea of the other skill sets needed to do MMA, mixed martial arts. So how many of those specialists are actually left today? A fighter might have a background in jits, they might have a background in karate, boxing, Muay Thai, any of those forms of martial arts. But how many of those guys are actually left? How many can say that they specialize in something and only have an idea of the other things? Very little. Because what's going to happen, you're going to get a fighter that's going to prepare for that specific skill set, and they are going to counter it. Let's say that you have a stand-up fighter. What are you going to do against a stand-up fighter? You're going to take them to the ground. Double leg takedown, ground and pound, or go for submission. So the same thing goes for a ground fighter. If they want to take you down, you just need to get your takedown defense properly. Hopefully you don't get taken down, and then keep them standing. So that's your strategy. You want to focus on the weak points. So you won't get an attacker that's going to focus on your weak points. But what if your weak points is going to be where they target you at? You can't just go, well, no, please don't do this. I'm stronger fighting with a stick, or stronger fighting with a knife, or just wait, I just want to get my forearm out of the safe first and then I'll take you on. Life doesn't work like that. That's why you need to be proficient at various skill sets to be able to survive in a potentially deadly self-defense scenario. You can't choose where you are going to be attacked. So that makes self-defense a multifaceted situation and scenario and area of expertise. So if you think about being a one-trick pony, you've only got that one move that's going to save your life, and then hopefully you're going to end up in a scenario that you need that one move. So I think there's a lot of people that's currently in graves that didn't make it, that prepared for that one scenario. It's just not worth it. You need to be able to save your life and save your family's life or save someone else's life just by being the most diverse fighter and or self-defense person possible. So whether you are a male or a female, you need to sit down and think, okay, what's my speciality and how am I going to be at all of the other things? That's including fitness as well. So imagine when you get attacked, you get that adrenaline dump. So I know a lot of people haven't felt that yet, but getting an adrenaline dump, you lose about 50% of your cardio ability. So I don't know if that's scientific or not, but you can feel it. You feel heavy, you feel slow, you feel out of breath already. So being a fit person, imagine being a fit person losing 50%, you're still going to be better than half of the rest of the population. But imagine being unfit and then still losing 50% of your capability. So if your body starts to go into stress mode, your mind can't process like it should. Getting tired is going to get you killed. Everyone knows that from fighting as well. What happens if you get gassed? You're going to be knocked out. Easy as that. If you can't pick up your hands, if you can't think anymore, then you're not in the fight anymore and you are going to be taken out. So the same thing goes for that. So go and identify your speciality. Please comment down in the comment section. I want you to identify your speciality. Mine is empty-handed skills. I just like fighting, martial artist for most of my life. And then identify your weakness. What's your weakness? So I really need to sit down and think about my weaknesses as well. So I think I'm awesome at everything. I'm definitely not. I'm sure you feel the same way. So really go and be vigilant and then think about where you can improve. Whether that's fighting with improvised weapons, fighting with firearms, fighting with knives, fighting with maybe something else that you carry, maybe kubiton, something like that. Identify where you're lacking. It might be situational awareness. Your fighting skills might be on par, but you feel like maybe you're tired from work and then you can't remember what happened in your streets after you get home. So you need to be able to recall what happened, who you saw, what cars did you pass by. There might be cars, the same car at the same time, passing your house every day, and it might not be someone from your neighborhood. That's someone that's keeping an eye on you. You need to be able to identify that and identify your weaknesses. So my weakness, I think, is improvised weapons. I don't think I train that enough to think about improvised weapons because I always carry my weapons on me. So the problem is that if I do training or whatever, I train with my weapons. I do the 1 second draw test with my firearm. I do the 1 second draw test with my knife as well. So I work quite a bit with my knife. And then even in a emergency situation, I can use my flashlight as well as a blunt weapon. This is the Trustfire T11R. Review is going to drop soon. Okay. So that's my problem. I focus too much on the things that I carry because I do feel like I am prepared, and not enough on improvised weapons, taking things around you in your situation or scenario that you can use as a weapon. And that's it. I hope you do some soul searching. If you feel like I'm just talking nonsense, that you are the perfect everyday carry person, then kudos for you. I feel like I am in a constant learning process. I'm constantly learning and improving my skills, taking advice from reputable instructors, throwing away advice from all the haters on YouTube in the comment section. So don't be a hater. And then also think about other scenarios. Don't be just convinced about your specific scenario that's going to happen. Life happens whilst making other plans. I think that was John Lennon that said that. Might be mistaken. It's exactly the same way. You plan for something and then life throws a curveball at you and comes at you directly the opposite way. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you do some soul searching and that you might have learned something. I definitely need to do some work and then expand my knowledge, expand my skill set, and hope you guys have an awesome one. Please comment down in the comment section. I do appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the love, all the likes, and all the comments. See you guys later. Cheers.